Namaskar and a very good afternoon to everyone. I, Mukta Kandiyal, welcome you all in our this discussion of Paricharcha. And as you all know, every Friday from 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m., we come up with different topics and discussion on our different platforms. And this program, Paricharcha, is being initiated under MANODARPAN, and initiative by Ministry of Education, Government of India to provide psychosocial support and enhance mental well-being and health of all our students and parents, teachers out there. And the topic we have today on the table for discussion is, I think, very important to all the students and all the teachers and all the parents involved, because the topic we are going to discuss today on our platform is unlocking the key to academic success. And yes, we are also joined by the number of panelists who will be giving us detailed guidance and information on the topic we will be discussing today. So in case if you have any questions, any queries in your mind that you would like to share with us or raise with us today regarding today's topic, you can call us on our number, that is 844-844-0632. And you're watching this program on PMeVIDYA channel number 6 and channel number 11, and also on our YouTube channel, that is NCERT official. And you're watching this program live on our Facebook page as well, that is National Council of Educational Research and Training, that is NCERT. So you have multiple ways through which you can share your queries with us. That is our toll-free number, that was 844-844-0632. You can also connect with us through our YouTube channel, that is NCERT official. You can drop your questions, your any queries through live chat box option over there. So I think with this, it's time for me to now introduce to all our panelists who has joined with us today in this discussion. So the very first expert joining with us today is Dr. Rajiv Ranjan. Sir is Assistant Professor in Special Education, R.LE, NCERT, Ajmer. Namaskar Rajiv sir, बहुत स्वागत है आपका इस सत्र में. And the second expert we have today with us is Dr. Zeba Tabassum. Ma'am is Assistant Professor at CECDR, JMI, New Delhi. Namaskar Zeba ma'am, बहुत स्वागत है आपका इस discussion में. And third expert we have with us is Dr. Manish Agrawal. Sir is Assistant Professor at R.LE, NCERT, Ajmer. Namaskar Manish sir, बहुत स्वागत है आपका इस सत्र में.
Thank you ma'am. Namaste ma'am. मैं सभी का अभिवादन. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And the fourth expert joining with us today is Dr. Vandana Choudhary. Ma'am is visiting faculty at R.LE, NCERT, Ajmer. Namaskar, ma'am. बहुत स्वागत है आपका इस सत्र में.
नमस्कार, बहुत धन्यवाद इस प्लेटफॉर्म को प्रोवाइड कराने के. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. And the last expert we have is Miss Sangeeta Yadav. Ma'am is principal at Kendriya Vidyalaya, Aliganj, joining from Lucknow. Namaskar, Vandana ma'am. बहुत स्वागत है आपका इस सत्र में.
नमस्कार मैम. नमस्कार सभी को.
So as I told you, if you have any questions, any queries throughout this 1.5 hour session, you can connect with us, share your question, any queries with us, and we will be happy to take all your queries and address them with our experts. In case you want to have more information about our session, you can visit our website, that is www.manodarpan.mhrd.gov.in. So with this, I think it's time to commence our today's session, and I will directly head to Rajiv sir first with the very first question. Rajiv sir, I have for you is, what do you mean by academic success? So that is the title of our today's discussion as well. Rajiv sir, can you hear me? Till the time we connect with our expert Rajiv sir, again, I would like to give you information on how you can connect with us. Firstly, you're watching this program on PMeVIDYA channel number 6 and 11, also on our YouTube channel, that is NCERT official, and also on our Facebook page, that is NCERT. So you can connect with us through multiple mediums and share your queries that you would like to be addressed or answered. Now we'll get back to Rajiv sir, and we'll ask him our very first question for this session is, sir, what do you mean by academic success?
Okay, thank you so much. There were network issue and I was just out and again in. So thank you so much for patient hearing, and welcome all the young, bold and brave mind of India in this session once again in MANODARPAN. And thank you so much for watching us on this unlocking the key to academic success. And let us start with this session of academic success. I think some voice is coming from that side. I think somebody, I think we all can mute. Okay. So if we see the definition of academic success, it is directly related that there is a condition, there is a state or condition of meeting wherever we achieve the whatever we have defined or whatever we have set the goal. So whatever was the our expectation. So success is this side and expectation is this side. So when we meet our expectation, we get success. Related to that, many things are there. It is that achievement, but again, in between, many things are there. Whatever you have expected, whatever you have set the goal, you have achieved it. This is success. But in between, many things come. Let us first start and try to think that there is nothing like academic success if we go universally. If when the universe has started and when the human beings have started their life, there was nothing like mathematics, science, and biology, and chemistry, and history, and geography. There was nothing like that. Suppose a boy is trying to start a hand pump in the village, which is not working, and he thinks that lots of people are not getting water. Let me start this hand pump and let me do something so that this hand pump can again work so that everybody can drink water. He tries for 3-4 days and then he gets success and hand pump has started working and the boy got success. This is a big success for 10-year or 11-year-old boy. So there is nothing like everything is involved, like science is involved in that started when he has decided and he was working for the starting the hand pump to function. So that's why it is everything is involved. But when we put it in the form of academically, then we try to understand that it is the interest of the child is involved, motivation of the child is involved, and then confidence level of the child is involved. Exposure to particular environment or condition is also involved. Suppose a child who is studying in a particular school is getting better environment, a very good sitting position, a very calm room, appropriate environment, and again, other than that, a child is also there who is not getting particular sitting position, and he is trying to struggle somehow. Then it is difficult for him to.
I think we have again lost the connection with Rajiv sir. We will not be stopping here. Sangeeta ma'am, we would like to move with you further. As Rajiv sir were describing about academic success, I would like to request you to take over the session, to take over from there, and also tell our viewers about what are all of the factors that affect the academic success.
Thank you, ma'am. Hello to all viewers. I would add on, academic success has a very wide parameter. Just not to achieve or attain marks in the session ending examination or university examination decide the academic success of a child. A successful student or a child or a scholar can be attributed and can be known as who have the highest level of happiness, who can achieve everything in his life. And as we all are social animal, every student, every child, everyone is influenced by so many factors. Here, as our topic goes, unlocking the key to academic success, it means we have to discuss on the factors which affect the academic success of a child. First of all, I will start from the home of the child, where a student or a child starts. We, as in our Indian context also, and we all know that parents are the first teacher for every child. And when he starts going to school, then he finds some teachers, and according to their behavior, according to their teaching style, our child starts to learn. So here are many factors which affect really the learning of a child. And first one is student's own learning skill. Many a times a teacher is very, very caliber. He provide a number of material to the child. He try to motivate the child in his own way. But a student does not possess that much of learning skill in that particular subject. What happened in our scenario? We judge a child through his academic performance in all the subjects. Other may not be agree with this, but what happened if a child is not getting more marks in maths and science? We label them that this child is not working well and all. So learning skill every child की बड़ी unique है. Every child is unique. उसकी अपनी interest जो है वो उसकी learning को decide करता है. Every child learn through his own way of learning. Then second जो important factor है which affects the academic success, it is the quality of teachers also. Although there is a set type of parameter to recruit the teachers also, but many times, as we know that our country is spreading from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari, many places are very, very rural also, and sometimes we may not have that type of quality teacher. Why I am saying this? People may not be agree with this also. I may state this. First of all, everyone whosoever is studying in the school, we want our child to be engineer, to be a doctor. Very rarely people want to become teacher. It is the third or the fourth aim of life of students. So sometimes we get teachers, those who have potential, but they not have that teaching trait or teaching passion. Instead of having very intelligent person, we need passionate teachers. So sometimes quality of teachers also affect the academic success of the students. At the same time, space problem there nowadays in the COVID time, when we were not offline connected, we were virtually connected, then this network issue and all, sometimes number of students also, ideal class ratio, most of the time we are unable to manage in our institutes, because organization part say we feel more and more students should be there, and demand of our country is also like that, then we have to keep students in our class more than the allotted number. Then just because of that, there is uncomfortable learning environment. 6 hours or 5 hours in higher education, if we talk about around 2 hours sitting in a class which is not very airy, which is not very comfortable, a child is unable to concentrate, and just lack of focus and unconcentration leads towards the failure academically. And family background also play a very vital role. Nowadays, every parent is running behind earning the bread and butter. Everybody wants to earn money and money. Most of the time, people just admit their child in an organization or in a school, and they feel that teacher is there to look after the child. But as a academician, as a school head, I too feel all those children excel in their field where family background is very, very supportive, where parents take interest in the study of their ward. A school, a child, and a parent all together can do miracle. So family background really plays a very, very vital role. Then learning infrastructure also plays a vital role. Nowadays, there are n number of resources available. Many schools are there where we have many facilities for demonstration, just like हम लोग के पास वो e-boards available hai, then Atal Tinkering Lab. There are n number of things, and many people only read from the books. They know the name, but they are not aware with these learning infrastructure, means facilities, learning instrument, at the same time infrastructure. Means if a child goes in a school, he not only learns how to read and write, he also learn how to deal with the peers. All these things can be developed in a very well-defined infrastructure. At the same time, when a child or when a scholar study in a school, he too learn with his peer. As our NEP says that now we are going for 360-degree assessment, where a child will be assessed by the teacher, by peer also. So peer influence also play indispensable role in academic success of a child. In fact, in our classroom too, we allot a slow learner with a better learner, so that with their peer learning, they can do this. At the same time, one more thing which I want to add in this, unhealthy lifestyle also leads the failure towards academic success. A person who is not healthy is unable to concentrate. He cannot devote much time to the studies. So unhealthy lifestyle, आज की date में most of the time we used to eat junk food, fast food. Students feel that it is readily available. It will just हमारी हंगर को भूख मतलब भूख को शांत करने के लिए काफी है. बट डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आई फील दिस विल बी नॉट बी अ गुड थिंग फॉर यू इफ यू अडॉप्ट हेल्दी lifestyle. If you eat healthy food, if you do breathing exercises, then only your peaceful mind would be with that, and a concentrated and peaceful mind, you can achieve anything in your life. As everybody says, those who are very much focused, concentrated, they can get everything in their life. So I feel these are some factors. Besides this, our country's own model also leads towards academic success. Like we talk about academic success, we talk about Philippines, where teacher number is very less. When teachers has been given more and more autonomy inside the class, those things are required in our country too. Although number of students and our teachers are doing very well, but it is the whole effort of teachers as well as a student. We can definitely achieve the success, and we can guide our students to achieve academic success. That's all from my side on this, Mukta ma'am.
For all these great tips and your guidance as well. Definitely with these factors that you have explained, definitely will definitely help students to do better in their academic success as well. Vandana ma'am, we will come to you now, and I would like to ask you to, can you please explain all the factors that can enhance the academic success of all the students?
Yes ma'am, see students, देखिए academic success हो या life का कोई भी success हो, that's a kind of door. That's why we kept that topic unlocking the key to academic success. अब जब हम अनलॉक की बात करते हैं तो अनलॉक करने के लिए हमें की भी जरूरत होती है. तो स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पर वी हैव फ्यू कीज टू academic success के लिए. वो कीज कौन कौन सी हैं? So first key towards academic success is accept responsibility. Yes, you have to remember that you are not alone responsible for achievement success. Yes, definitely your instructor, your guide, even your classmate, that they may help you to understand your assignment, your homework, your test, or whatever the work given by the school. But still, you are responsible for your success. Success के लिए आपको अपनी जिम्मेदारी खुद को ही उठानी पड़ेगी. So accept your responsibility to become a successful student. And the next key की हम बात करते हैं तो discipline yourself. जब हम सक्सेस की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी उठाते हैं खुद को लेकर, सो उसके बाद हम लोग को सबसे पहले देखना पड़ता है कि हाउ, व्हाट आर द वेज. उसके लिए हमें अपनी लाइफस्टाइल में डिसिप्लिन लाना बहुत जरूरी है. डिसिप्लिन एवरी डे टू वर्क टुवर्ड्स द, वी कैन से 2 hours or until you understand your assignment. You have to devote your little bit time, a consistency manner, in a disciplined manner, to know and to understand the study. Remember that understanding and knowing study is more important rather than to get a particular grade. हम grade, जैसा कि संगीता मैम ने भी कहा अभी कि grade अचीव करना ही एकेडमिक सक्सेस नहीं कहलाता है. आपको स्टडी को अंडरस्टैंड करना, उसको जानना, what you are learning, that's the way towards the academic success. For that डिसिप्लिन के साथ हमको क्या और चाहिए होता है? मैनेज करना, टाइम को मैनेज करना. You have to manage your time very well. Plan your day, because see, it's your personal responsibility to manage your time, to plan your day. हम मम्मी पापा भाई बहन टीचर्स के ऊपर नहीं छोड़ सकते कि वो हमारे लिए टाइम की डे की प्लानिंग करें. आपको खुद को ही अपने स्टडी टाइम की, अपने अदर एक्टिविटीज टाइम की प्लानिंग करनी होगी. एंड ध्यान रखिए, हम प्लानिंग तो कर लेते हैं, लेकिन प्लानिंग करने से के लिए सबसे बड़ा हर्डल, या उस प्लानिंग को अचीव करने के लिए सबसे बड़ा हर्डल क्या होता है? प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन. Procrastination is a thief, believe me, it's a thief which can steal your academic success. तो हमारे पास देखिए लॉक भी है, की भी है, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ थीप भी बहुत सारे हैं। तो सबसे पहले इंपॉर्टेंट थीप कौन सा है हमारी लाइफ का? प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन। प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन को थोड़ा सा आपको मैनेज करना चाहिए टाइम के साथ, अपनी प्रायोरिटीज डिसाइड करके। थोड़ा अगर हम नेक्स्ट पॉइंट की तरफ हम आए, इफ यू लुक अहेड, स्टे अहेड आवरसेल्फ, दैट मींस वी कैन से दैट चैप्टर पढ़ाने से पहले ही स्कूल में हमें पता है कि नेक्स्ट डे ये चैप्टर पढ़ाया जा रहा है, ये समझाया जा रहा है, तो उसको पहले से ही हम एक बार रीड आउट कर ले घर पे बैठ के। सो दैट मेक्स योर एटीट्यूड टुवर्ड्स स्टेइंग अहेड फ्रॉम द होल क्लास और फ्रॉम होल द स्टूडेंट्स। सो दैट्स द वे कि आज सभी लोग अपनी लाइफ में स्ट्रगल करते हैं, सक्सेस की तरफ चलते भी हैं, लेकिन अचीव कौन कर पाते हैं? Those who see themselves quite stay ahead from others, right? So uske liye you have to help yourself, then ask for help also. Agar aap help yourself, you can say that to improve academic performance, you have to take the reference books, you have to ask the other academician where you stuck yourself. kabhi पूछने में झिझकना नहीं चाहिए कि नहीं मैं पूछूंगा तो आई कैन फील सिली माई सेल्फ और मेरा मजाक बनाया जा सकता है क्लास में। तो जो अपने ऊपर इस तरह की चीजों को लेकर ज्यादा सोचते हैं, वो बिलीव मी, वो कभी भी आस्क फॉर हेल्प नहीं कर पाते हैं। तो यू डोंट हैव टू हेजिटेट टू आस्क फॉर हेल्प टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट टॉपिक वेल और टू अंडरस्टैंड द असाइनमेंट वेल, राइट? सो फॉर दैट यू हैव टू बी प्रेजेंट एंड प्रॉम्प्ट. Avoid being absent in the classroom or physically or mentally even absent in the classroom. You are required to attend your classes from first day when the class begins for the semester. Because see, good attendance definitely will give you the first hand knowledge of instructor's comment and response to the questions. And also good attendance shows that you are a responsible student towards your academic, or you can say your activities in the classroom. So be present and prompt. Sometimes we face a crisis in our life and frustration bhi aa jata hai kabhi kabhi. Sometimes we feel bullied, sometimes we feel failure. So what? You don't have to quit yourself. So you just, if you stop coming to the class, or you will earn F, which will lower your grade or GPA performance assessment. Don't bother that. Just think about that, and just rather than quitting from that situation, or you have to start manage or coping with these kind of situation. For that you can take help from the teachers, from the parents, or from the staff of the school also. So quitting is not a way to towards the success. For that, the next point, if we discuss to communicate with instructors, as we all as I discussed already, कि अपने teachers से या अपने instructors से आपको कभी भी assignments के लिए पूछने के लिए miss out नहीं करना चाहिए. Always try to make arrangement to make up your missed assignment, rather than sometimes it happened that we cannot attend the class, but we have to arrange or manage to get the missed assignment. हो गया, कोई बात नहीं, it's okay. So you have to make your mind that I will do my best. Only your best is good enough. Striving for A's or B's, even if you are never earned A's or B's, that is also okay. It doesn't matter. You have to do your best. You have to think that I can give my best without thinking about the grades in the class, in the assignments. So we can say that diligently work until the end. जैसे सेमेस्टर स्टार्ट होता है, हम लोग कई स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं जो बहुत अच्छे से स्टार्ट तो करते हैं, बट धीरे स्लो डाउन हो जाते हैं. सो या फिर, और इट कैन बी हैपन कि लास्ट मोमेंट में वो लोग स्टडी स्टार्ट करते हैं कि अब तो हम सब कुछ अचीव कर लेंगे. सो वर्क हार्डर देन यू डिड एट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द सेमेस्टर. Sustain your hard work until the end of the semester. So these are the few keys, we can say few points towards the academic success. But we have few steps also for achieve that key. कि ऐसे ही नहीं मिल जाती है, उसके लिए कुछ steps भी होते हैं. आप जाते ही अपना लॉक अनलॉक नहीं कर सकते हैं. You have to move towards with steps. For that, सबसे पहले you have to set your goals. Goals set करना लाइफ के लिए बहुत जरूरी है. You have to develop the smartness. Smartness goals are like specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So this called a SMART goals. स्मार्ट गोल यू कैन से दैट कि सेमेस्टर में छोटे छोटे में प्रायर स्मॉल जो सेमेस्टर्स होते हैं या हम पीरियोडिक टेस्ट हम कह सकते हैं, सबसे पहले हम लोगों को उनको गोल करना चाहिए रादर देन फाइनल एग्जाम्स को. तो पीरियोडिक टेस्ट को हम लोगों को फर्स्टली गोल करना चाहिए विच इंक्रीज योर अटेंशन एंड फोकस एंड इंक्रीज योर मोटिवेशन एंड एफर्ट ऑल्सो. These periodic tests or assignments reduce your anxiety and increase your confidence, because here you get a you can get a good marks rather than a final exams, right? So for step 2 will be have a positive attitude. Yes, be positive about your ability to succeed. Look forward to what you will learn. Have an inquiry mind. Get curious about your subject. That says that you have a positive mind toward your success. When you ask, when you curious, when you discuss, when you have inquiring mind, right? Third, as I discussed, that you have to manage your time, set a realistic schedule for time. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं तो एक दिन में ये 5 चैप्टर कर लूंगा या 5 चैप्टर कर सकती हूँ. No, set a realistic schedule for yourself. Know where your time goes. Study for 2-3 hours or every hour of class timing. Maybe for example, if you have 6 hours of class per week, aim to study at least 12 to 18 hours per week. So थोड़ा सा टाइम मैनेज करेंगे तो हम स्टडी के साथ साथ अदर एक्टिविटीज के लिए भी टाइम निकाल सकते हैं, विच इज अगेन बूस्ट और मोटिवेट यू टुवर्ड द सक्सेस और एकेडमिक सक्सेस वी कैन से. Step 4 will be read textbook and course readings. Yes, review your chapters and reading the before the class. Again, reread chapter and reading after the class also. Then make study notes. See, यहाँ हमने 3 times एक chapter को just read कर लिया. Believe me, if you read the 3 times a chapter, that will imprint your mind. आपको उसको फिर rote learning की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. You will really develop the interest and you will understand the chapter. Rote learning nahi karni padegi. You will make your own vision about that chapter, right? So next step will be attend your lecture regularly. Do assigned reading before class, as I discussed. Ask questions. Yes, sit in. You have to pay your closer attention to the lectures. ऐसा नहीं हम physically तो class में attend और mind में हमारे चल रहा है कि आज शाम को कहाँ जाएंगे दोस्तों के साथ, या हम कई बार हम ये भी सोचते रहते हैं कि अच्छा मैम पढ़ा रही है, मैम का पढ़ाना तो हम दूसरे बच्चे को देखते रहते हैं, अच्छा वो पेन ऐसे क्यों हिला रहा है, उसकी कॉपी का कवर क्या है, अरे वाह कितना अच्छा ड्राइंग बॉक्स है. So mentally presence is a very much important to give attention. Many students says मैम फोकस नहीं होता है हमारा तो क्लास में, इसीलिए फोकस नहीं हो पाता बिकॉज हम फिजिकली तो प्रेजेंट रहते हैं क्लास में बट अटेंशन हमारा कहीं और होता है. सो अटेंड योर लेक्चर्स मेंटली एंड फिजिकली बोथ. अपार्ट ऑफ दैट यू हैव टू टेक नोट्स इन द क्लास. मैम का लेक्चर दिया हुआ ही काफी नहीं होता है, आपके हाथ में पेंसिल और कॉपी भी होनी चाहिए सो दैट यू कैन नोट डाउन द फ्यू टॉपिक्स. कई बार ऐसा होता है ना, सी इट्स फैक्ट दैट जब हमारे 5 सेंस ऑर्गन्स काम करते हैं तो वो चीज हम जल्दी ग्रास्प कर पाते हैं. 5 सेंस ऑर्गन्स, आईज, माउथ, स्किन, एयर, राइट. सो इन सब चीजों से हम जब काम कर रहे हैं, हम नोट्स भी बना रहे हैं, सुन भी रहे हैं, हम देख भी रहे हैं, तो वो जो लेक्चर है, वो जो मैम जो भी आपको पढ़ा रही है वो आपके अंदर एक तरह से रिकॉर्ड हो जाएगा. सो यू हैव टू रिकॉर्ड योर लेक्चर नोट्स. Next step can be prepare for exams. Yes, review your past exams. Past exams में आपने कौन सी मिस्टेक्स की थी या आप कहाँ बिहाइंड रह गए थे, so उसको रिव्यू करना भी बहुत जरूरी है. रिव्यू करने का मतलब ये नहीं कि अरे यार आज बहुत डिप्रेस फील कर रहे हैं, आप बहुत सैड फील कर रहे हैं कि काश में 2 नंबर और आ जाते मेरे, 3 नंबर और आ जाते मेरे. You have to review that where I didn't understand the topic. No, you have to know the type of exam. You know the type of question. उस क्वेश्चन में पूछा क्या जा रहा है, ये जानना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी होता है. क्योंकि कई बार हमको ऐसा कहा भी जाता है कि क्वेश्चन को समझने पर ही हमें आधा आंसर तो वैसे ही आ जाता है लिखना, अगर हमने ढंग से स्टडी की भी होती है तो हम कोई भी आंसर्स को, क्वेश्चंस को अनरिटन नहीं छोड़ते हैं. सो दैट्स कॉल्ड द एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन. द लास्ट स्टेप वी कैन से दैट राइट योर एग्जाम्स. Write your exams. It's like about the positive attitude. Do your best, prepare yourself that I will give my exams, arrive early with the necessary items in your hand, like your pen or extra pencil, whatever the things you require in your exam. कई बार हम लोग बहुत जल्दी में अपने आप को प्रिपेयर करते हैं कि एग्जाम देने जाना है, तो लास्ट मोमेंट में हमारा हम सब चीजें प्रिपेयर गेट रेडी कर रहे हैं. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ एटीट्यूड कैन मेक यू एंशियस, can make you in a negative towards your exams. So get ready before the exams, before last night of the exam, we can say that that will really आपको अपनी तरफ से एक माइंड से आपको रिलैक्स करेगा कि नहीं, I am ready from the necessaries of the exam. Read test questions, instructions very clearly, and budget your time. Yes, what is mean by the budget your time? Budget your time means if you see your past question papers, there you can check that इस question को मुझे इतना time लग सकता है, इस question को मुझे इतने time में solve करना है. So if you have 3 hours, तो 3 hours को आपको अपने question papers में divide करना होगा according to your capability. और कैपेबिलिटी आप कैसे जान सकते हो? जो हमारे स्कूल में मॉडल टेस्ट पेपर्स कराए जाते हैं, आप लोग उनको घर पे प्रैक्टिस कर आप अपना टाइम का बजटिंग कर सकते हैं. सो रिलैक्स, don't forget to breathe when you are writing the exam. So these are the ways to enhance the academic success. Thank you so much, ma'am. I hope I'm clear with my reviews.
यस मैम, थैंक यू. डेफिनेटली मैम, आपने बहुत अच्छा ये बहुत सही तरीके से बताया कि एकेडमिक सक्सेस को इनहांस अगर किसी भी स्टूडेंट को करना है, सो दैट इज नॉट अ वन नाइट थिंग. इसमें टाइम लगता है. यू नीड टू टेक स्टेप्स वन थिंग एट अ टाइम. एंड जितने भी स्टेप्स की आपने बात करी, मैं समझती हूँ हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को अच्छी तरीके से समझ आया होगा. आपको अपने गोल सेट करने होंगे, देन यू हैव टू वर्क अकॉर्डिंगली ऑन दैट. थैंक यू सो मच वंदना मैम फॉर सो ग्रेट टिप्स ऑन दैट. ज़ेबा मैम, हम आपकी तरफ बढ़ेंगे और आपसे जानेंगे. बात करें हम एकेडमिक सक्सेस की, अगर 21st सेंचुरी में, तो हम किस तरह से इसे परसीव करते हैं? ज़ेबा मैम.
यस मैम, थैंक यू. तो आज हम बात करेंगे 21st सेंचुरी में एकेडमिक सक्सेस का क्या मतलब है, राइट? सो आज की दुनिया में, इन द वर्ल्ड ऑफ टुडे, ये बहुत जरूरी है कि हम अपने स्टूडेंट्स को सर्टेन सेट ऑफ स्किल्स के बारे में उनको अंडरस्टैंडिंग, उनकी लर्निंग हो, जिन्हें हम 21st सेंचुरी स्किल्स कहते हैं. 21st सेंचुरी स्किल्स बहुत ही जरूरी हैं बच्चों के लिए टू बी सक्सेसफुल, नॉट ओनली इन द स्कूल लाइफ, राइट, बट ऑल्सो इन देयर फ्यूचर वर्क प्लेस एंड इन देयर फ्यूचर लाइफ. तो ये जो 21st सेंचुरी स्किल्स हैं, इसमें हम क्या क्या इंक्लूड करते हैं, लेट अस सी दैट. 21st सेंचुरी स्किल्स कंसिस्ट ऑफ वे ऑफ थिंकिंग, वेज ऑफ वर्किंग, tools of work and integration into the world. हम ways of thinking की जब बात करते हैं तो आती हैं चीजें जैसे creativity, openness to innovation, using learning strategies, problem solving, critical thinking and decision making. और जब हम बात करते हैं ways of working, so ways of working में वो सारी चीजें आती हैं, वो सारे skills आएंगे जो आप which enables you to communicate with others properly, efficiently, and skills of teamwork. ये आते हैं ways of working में. फिर tools of work में आते हैं आप कितने सक्षम हैं, आप कितने सक्षम हैं यूज करने में टेक्नोलॉजी को, इंफॉर्मेशन एंड कम्युनिकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी. That is information and technology literacy comes under it. Then integration into the world. Integration into the world means how much you are aware about the national and international problems. That is universal and local citizenship, your awareness, your social responsibilities, and different awareness categories. Now, this acquisition of 21st century skill is extremely important today. Why it is important? Because it is going to enable our students to compete in the global market in future, to develop active coping methods with problems, and to develop positive attitudes towards being productive individuals, right? So this is about the 21st century skill. Now, coming to the academic success. Academic success, it It should include all the behavioral changes which comes in our students as a result of the educational interventions. It is when we talk about the academic success, it is not only the grades or the marks which the students they obtain in the individual subject areas. It must be determined by demonstrating skills, by cognitive competence, and the classroom performances. That is total, the overall personality development of the students should be considered when we are measuring academic success. So rather this academic success will involve a more difficult and complex process. It will not only students taking the same exam and getting the scores. Making individual evaluations according to the progress of each student, it will give more positive result, more you can say we can say that this is going to give more good measurements of academic success. And for this you need to the progress of each student should be monitored you can say individually and constantly. And these developments should be revealed more clearly with applications such as performance tasks, checklists, rubrics. These should be used, not only the exams. In addition, we should also take into account various situations that affects the motivation level and the readiness level of the students. And other than that, we should also take into account the continuum, the period, it should be spread, the evaluation should be spread over the period of time. It should be a continuous comprehensive evaluation as we talk about, right? So in the 21st century, if these 21st century skills are acquired by students through our education system, automatically the those potentials the potentials will be developed automatically by the students in terms of their academic success. So the students who are assertive, who are more confident, who have the ability to manage themselves, right? That is, those are the 21st century skills. They can manage their goals and time more efficiently, more appropriately, right? So therefore it is, our educators, our education system should prepare our students for the rapidly changing world and the society in which they live. In this, so in 21st century, the skills should be taught to the students in the, school. The school system should make such provisions that those skills which are required in today's world, they are being taught through the education system. And the education system, like we cannot have different lessons on these skills, but we can integrate these skills into every subject. These skills of 21st century, they can be integrated into the subject. We cannot have different chapters on skills, right? Or we cannot have a subject on skills. Okay, so integration of these skills into the subject is very important. So one of the main duties of our teacher is to prepare the students for a participatory and global world based on living, learning, working life, and technology, right? So it is necessary to develop the skill of students in order to reveal their potential, in order to, they come out with their potential, with their innate potential. With the development of these skills, the potential of the students will also be developed so that they will be better prepared for a school, not only for a school, but also for their work life and for their life in future. So we can say that if these 21st century skills are developed through various subjects, through their integration into the various subjects, we will be able to bring out such potentials in our students that they are capable of living, they are capable of overcoming hurdles, overcoming those coping strategies they will learn to overcome the daily problems. Those personality development aspects, will be seen in our students. So we can say that these 21st century skills, they can be seen as an important, you can say, important elements that increases the academic success of the students. Okay, if they, they are able to manage their time, they are able to be committed to lifelong जो भी उनकी learning है, they are able to work independently. So if these, skills are being developed, so उनका academic success तो निश्चित ही है ना? So this is going to increase their academic success if these, skills, 21st century skills are instilled in our students. So in this way, we can say that students who will be at greater academic achievement or success will be having higher acquisition of these skills of 21st century. So I think education system must work on these lines, where focus is on acquisition of these 21st century skills, which will automatically going to gain, the students are going to gain long-term success, not only in a school, but they will be able to, progress in their workplace as well as in future life. Thank you. I think this is all about my topic, that how can we perceive, academic success in the 21st century.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zeba ma'am, for throwing light on these information and how this academic success can be perceived. We'll move to Dr. Manish now, and sir, I would like to request you to please enlighten our viewers, our students, that what could be the role of teacher, especially in this students' academic success.
Thank you so much, ma'am. As we can understand the role of a teacher in students' academic success. Many times we listen that students have been successful or failed. We cannot say simply that students are solely responsible for their success or failures. To some extent or to great extent, we can say that our teacher is responsible for their success and failure too. So the main aim of teachers is to ensure that their students succeed, as well as they try to make them aware of their capacity to achieve success in and out of school in a responsibility of good teacher. So that we can understand the role of a teacher in students' academic success is of immense relevance. How they can perform their duties to excel or in the matter of students' academic success. Teachers strive to help students attain their full potential. There are some things which can be taken into consideration, as the teachers need to act as role models. The first and foremost thing, the teachers are role models for the students. In the early stage of education, this has been observed many times that most of the students don't give their consent to their parents, but they always say that my teacher has said this, so my teacher is always right. So that the teachers must take care of this thing. They need to be updated and they need to impart the skills after verifying, which they are going to deliver in the class. They need to go to the textbooks, standard textbooks, before imparting the teaching learning process. So that they can be good role models, and in that way they would prepare good students, they will be good citizens, and in that way the teachers can save the society and a nation. So as it has been earlier said too in national policy, that the future of a country is being saved in our classrooms, so that the behavior of students depends mainly on the demeanor of teachers too. Second, we can think on it, believe in your students. The teachers are requested from this platform, as I can say, that they need to have faith and believe in their students. They need to rely on the capabilities and capacities of their students. They never say that you cannot do. You are not such good students. Please don't label your students. Teachers should never do this practice. And because if they go on believing in their students get motivated and they tend to be confident. So they can recognize their latent potential, which is inherent in themselves. Third, provide right guidance. This is very important nowadays that as we have observed that being professional, many times teaching is never professional in Indian context. We can say that in the context of NEP 2020, our education system should be based on ethos and cultural aspects of India. So in Indian context, education is not a profession of earning. So the teachers are requested from this platform that they need to try to provide right guidance to their students. If they come to you, you don't need to think that they are wasting your time. This is a prime duty of teacher to help students, because teacher can save the society from the school, as school is a miniature of society too. The teachers need to use variations in the teaching techniques, variations in teaching techniques, because many times the class becomes tedious and project. Students don't get or don't show their enthusiasm in the class because the teaching process is going on the same process. So the teachers are advised to use some techniques. Sometimes they can teach through lecture method, demonstration method, playboy method, and they can make some activity based things, so that the students and learners can relate the classroom to the real life world. They make experience based on activity based learning, and in that way they learn things and they show enthusiasm. The teachers should make classroom interesting, enthusiasm, and engaging, so that students should wait for the teacher. Sometimes it has happened for all. Any teacher in a school or college, sometimes the student wait for that class, even that class is in the last phase of the periods. And creating learning environments, a teacher can play that pivotal role to create learning environments. If the teacher understands the psychology of the students, what the students want in the class, what are the program learning outcomes and course learning outcomes. In that way, the students can understand if the teacher has prepared that learning environments in the classroom. And next, encouraging the students to ask questions. Many times it has been observed that if a student asks a question, and such students are identified and they are being targeted at many places. But this should not be done at any cost. The teachers must try to encourage their students to ask questions and their queries. If they are having a query that is not relevant, they must need to counsel them. In that way or in that particular direction, they need to think and they need to read and they need to get consult with these standard books, so that you can come to know and understand the concepts clearly. Next, set high goals. The teachers try to motivate their students so that the students can set high goals. Because if a goal is not accomplished, that puts forth obstacles on the path of leading an opulent life, as well as we can understand that that becomes obstacles and difficult for learning. In that way, the teachers need to set high goals, but keep in view many things, how they can make things possible to get done the tasks. Next, inspire the students to recognize their latent potential. This is the best attribute of a good teacher. If a teacher who can inspire their students is a teacher, Because now in the 21st century, the role of a teacher has been wide, because the teacher needs to be a facilitator, guide, mentor. But I think the most important role is to inspire the students, because the students can access to library, can access to reservoir of e-resources through internet, because that is available throughout the India and world. So that if students get pace of self-learning, the students can ask and can do many things, and that can lead to academic success. With these points, we can understand the role of a teacher in students' academic success. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, and thank you, Manish sir, for these great tips. And I think for me, what was the greatest tip was act as role models, because what I believe, what I think, the best way to teach any student or any child is to act like in the same way what you are trying to teach a child, because no teaching, no preaching will help a student or a child in a manner than what you actually demonstrate to them. That's how a child, that's how a student will learn to do things in the right manner. Thank you so much, Manish sir, for these great tips. We will move to Vandana ma'am now. Since ma'am, Manish sir has already discussed about the role of teachers, how they can be helpful in students' academic success. So is there any role for parents as well, and the surrounding they provide to their child? Vandana ma'am, am I audible to you?
Ma'am, unmute.
I'm so sorry. देखिए, जहां हम स्टूडेंट्स की एकेडमिक सक्सेस की बात करते हैं, वहां स्टूडेंट्स के सराउंडिंग्स में दो सोसाइटी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करती है. एक तो उसकी फैमिली, पर्सनल सोसाइटीज, एंड सेकेंडली स्कूल सोसाइटीज, जिसमें टीचर्स, स्टाफ और यहाँ का स्कूल इन्वायरमेंट आता है. स्कूल इन्वायरमेंट के और टीचर्स के रोल के बारे में अभी मनीष सर ने बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया ही है. वही हम ये सोचते हैं कि पेरेंट्स का और फैमिली का रोल भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंटली प्ले करता है. ऐसा नहीं है कि पेरेंट्स सिर्फ स्कूल ही उनके एकेडमिकली जिम्मेदार या रिस्पॉन्सिबल माना जाए. पेरेंट्स और उनका इन्वॉल्वमेंट पूरा स्टडीज से ये बताया गया है. जो भी मैं यहाँ बात करूंगी वो साइंटिफिक स्टडी के बेस पर होगी, रिसर्च के बेस पर होगी, कि पेरेंटल इन्वॉल्वमेंट आर वेरी मच इम्पॉर्टेंट ऑफ एनी चाइल्ड सक्सेस और एकेडमिक सक्सेस. अब वो पेरेंटल इन्वॉल्वमेंट हम 4 तरीके से किसी भी स्टूडेंट की लाइफ में मान सकते हैं. नंबर 1, टॉक, aspire, structure, and the participation way. Talk way में हम we can say that if parent discuss the school activities with the child, or the child discuss the school activities with the parent, they feel connected to each other, and their involvement with each other toward the success will be a great. बिकॉज वहां पर स्टूडेंट्स ये भी फील करते हैं कि पेरेंट्स हमारे अंदर इंटरेस्ट ले रहे हैं, हम जहां जा रहे हैं वहां को लेकर हमसे इंटरेस्टिंगली बात कर रहे हैं. तो इसलिए पेरेंट्स का बहुत जरूरी है कि वो अपने बच्चों से स्कूल की एक्टिविटीज के बारे में, उनकी स्टडी के बारे में ओपनली डिस्कस करें. नॉट ओनली स्टडीज के बारे में, सारी तरह की एक्टिविटीज के बारे में, जिसमें बच्चों के साथ इसमें भी पॉसिबल कुछ एप्रिसिएशन हो रहा है या बुली भी हो रहा है, और समथिंग अनयूजुअल कैन हैपन. तो ओपन टॉक और डिस्कशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल एज अ पेरेंट इन्वॉल्वमेंट इन एनी स्टूडेंट्स लाइफ. Second thing we can say that aspire, aspirations and expectations. Yes, that should be there. वही हम लोग आजकल ये कहते हैं कि पेरेंट्स बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशंस रख रहे हैं, जबकि बच्चों आप ये जो एस्पिरेशंस और एक्सपेक्टेशंस है वो कहीं ना कहीं पेरेंट्स का इन्वॉल्वमेंट है आपकी लाइफ में, so that they can see you a successful person in your life. So पेरेंट्स का इन्वॉल्वमेंट उनका एस्पिरेशन और एक्सपेक्टेशन से भी शो होता है कि वो आपके साथ इन्वॉल्व हैं. वहीं अगर पेरेंट्स आपके लिए होम रूल्स बनाते हैं या आप पर सुपरवाइज रखते हैं, पूरा स्ट्रक्चर्ड वे में आपके लिए एक नॉर्म्स, फैमिली नॉर्म्स आपके सामने रखते हैं, तो ये भी शो करता है कि वो आपके साथ इन्वॉल्व हैं. तो हम कई बच्चे में से ये जरूर कहते हैं कि मैम मम्मी पापा को तो मतलब ही नहीं है, पेरेंट्स को मतलब ही नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं होता है. अगर पेरेंट्स आपके घर के नॉर्म्स बना रहे हैं, कुछ रूल्स बना रहे हैं, तो वो आपके पास फाउंडेशन नहीं है, वो एक स्ट्रक्चर है, वो एक स्ट्रक्चर आपको दे रहे हैं टुवर्ड्स योर सक्सेस. सो यही उनका इन्वॉल्वमेंट होता है जो आपको एक एकेडमिक सक्सेस के लिए आगे मूव फॉरवर्ड बनाता है. आपको ये सोचने के लिए एक थॉट देता है कि इसी स्ट्रक्चर को फॉलो करके हम अपने रिस्पॉन्सिबल बन सकते हैं, अपनी लाइफ में डिसिप्लिन बन सकते हैं। लास्ट पॉइंट हम पेरेंट्स इन्वॉल्वमेंट का मान सकते हैं कि पार्टिसिपेशन। पेरेंट्स का पार्टिसिपेशन किस तरह से माना जाता है एकेडमिक लाइफ में? जब पेरेंट्स आपके साथ आपकी पेरेंट टीचर मीटिंग्स में जाते हैं अटेंड करने, आप स्कूल से किसी भी तरह की कंप्लेन आती तब आपके साथ जा रहे हैं, इवन आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम भी होती है स्कूल में तो भी आपके लिए जाकर आपके लिए स्टैंड लेते हैं। दैट्स कॉल्ड अ पेरेंटल इन्वॉल्वमेंट। सो अगर आप कहीं भी पेरेंट्स की इस तरह की एक्टिविटी को देखते हैं कि वो आपसे बात कर रहे हैं या आपसे एक्सपेक्टेशंस रख रहे हैं, आपको एस्पायर कर रहे हैं, या आपके लिए उन्होंने कोई स्ट्रक्चर बनाकर रख रखा है घर में रूल्स का, सुपरविजन का, या आपके साथ पीटीएम में जा रहे हैं, या आपके साथ आपकी स्कूल की स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटीज में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं। कई स्कूल्स होते हैं जो ऐसी एक्टिविटीज ऑर्गेनाइज करवाते हैं जहाँ पे पेरेंट्स एंड स्टूडेंट्स दोनों मिलकर उसमें पार्टिसिपेट करें। So these all are the factors, can say these are the parental involvement, which believe me they really lead you towards the academic success. Okay, so अगर हम next slide की बात करें, जो हम पेरेंटल एक्सपेक्टेशंस जो मैंने अभी कहा था, कई बार हम पेरेंटल एक्सपेक्टेशंस को नेगेटिव टर्म में भी ले जाते हैं। तो स्टूडेंट्स पेरेंटल एक्सपेक्टेशंस का सेकंड फेज अगर आप देखें तो वो आपको मोटिवेट करता है, वो आपको एकेडमिक सेल्फ एफिकेसी भी डेवलप करता है। इट मे बी पॉसिबल कई बार पेरेंट्स की एक्सपेक्टेशंस कंपैरिजन में हो जाती है, तो वहां पर पेरेंट्स को थोड़ा सा अपने आप को सेल्फ चेक की जरूरत है, या फिर हम ये कहें कि कई बार हमको अपने वर्ड्स को, पेरेंट्स को अपने वर्ड्स पर भी नोटिफाई करने की जरूरत है कि बच्चों को किस तरह से वो मोटिवेट कर रहे हैं, कंपैरिजन करके मोटिवेट कर रहे हैं या उनमें सेल्फ बिलीफ डेवलप करके मोटिवेट कर रहे हैं। तो वो जो सेल्फ बिलीफ है यही उनका सेल्फ एफिकेसी बनाता है। फिर हम ये कहते हैं कि पेरेंटल एक्सपेक्टेशंस जो मैंने बताया अभी कि पेरेंटल इन्वॉल्वमेंट की तरह जो आपके सामने आता है, अगर पेरेंट्स का आपसे एक्सपेक्टेशन है तो वो आपके टीचर्स का इवैल्यूएशन भी देखेंगे, टीचर्स के एक्सपेक्टेशन से भी अपने आप को मैच करवाएंगे। कई बार होता है पेरेंट्स टीचर्स की एक्सपेक्टेशन से भी ज्यादा अपनी एक्सपेक्टेशंस लगा लेते हैं, जबकि टीचर्स ज्यादा जानते हैं कि मेरा हमारे क्लास का ये स्टूडेंट है वो किस लेवल तक परफॉर्म कर रहा है, वो सिर्फ अकेडमिकली जानते हैं। लेकिन पेरेंट्स की आपसे एक्सपेक्टेशंस अकेडमिकली नहीं होती, उसके अलावा भी वो चाहते हैं कि आप एक अच्छा ह्यूमन बीइंग बनके, एक सक्सेसफुल ह्यूमन बीइंग बनके अपनी लाइफ को आगे बढ़ाएं। सो स्टूडेंट का एकेडमिक आउटकम्स इनके बाद ही निकल कर आता है। इफ दे आर मोटिवेटेड, if they are self-sufficient with their self-efficacy, if the parents are involved, if the teachers' expectations are there, right students? So कभी भी अगर इस तरह के phases आपको देखने को मिलते हैं तो that means you are moving towards your academic success. So अगर हम स्टडी की बात करें, जो कि मैंने स्टार्टिंग में भी कहा था कि मैं जो एक पॉइंट्स आपके सामने रख रही हूँ ये किसी न किसी रिसर्च पर बेस्ड है। तो एक रिसर्च हुई थी जहाँ पर कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स के ऊपर हुई थी कि उनकी एजुकेशन परफॉर्मेंस पर फैमिली का किस तरह से इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है। तो उस रिसर्च में पाया गया कि फ्रीक्वेंट कांटेक्ट विद द फैमिली, स्पेशली विद मदर, जिन बच्चों का अच्छा है उनकी एकेडमिक परफॉर्मेंस में काफी अच्छा पॉजिटिव आउटलुक देखने को मिला है। जिन पेरेंट्स का एजुकेशन बैकग्राउंड एक तरह से सपोर्टिव है, वो अपने बच्चों को ज्यादा अच्छे से एजुकेशनली मोटिवेट कर पा रहे हैं या उनकी एजुकेशन को समझ भी पा रहे हैं कि मेरा बच्चा एजुकेशन में कहाँ लैकिंग फील कर रहा है और कहाँ पर उसको ज्यादा हेल्प और एक्सटर्नल सपोर्ट की जरूरत है। इवन कई पेरेंट्स तो खुद भी अपने बच्चों को अपना सेकंड टीचर भी बन जाते हैं, बिकॉज देयर एजुकेशन बैकग्राउंड इज लाइक दे कैन टीच देयर स्टूडेंट्स। तो अगर पेरेंट्स आपको पढ़ाते हैं तो बिलीव मी वो एक तरह से आपको सपोर्ट ही कर रहे हैं आपकी परफॉर्मेंस को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए। So a level of parental financial involvement, definitely that is also a factor, but not at not very much level. That factor which in fact to your admissions or to your exams competitions, but still ये आपकी performance में इतना impact नहीं डालेगा। सिबलिंग का इन्फ्लुएंस एकेडमिक पर पाया गया है कि सिबलिंग्स किस तरह से अपना एकेडमिकली परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, उसका भी स्टूडेंट्स पर, एजुकेशन सक्सेस पर इसका बहुत अच्छा इन्फ्लुएंस देखा गया है। वह इंडिपेंडेंस फ्रॉम फैमिली, कुछ बच्चे जो अपने बहुत जल्दी इंडिपेंडेंटली स्टडी स्टार्ट कर देते हैं या इंडिपेंडेंटली अपना डे टू डे का वर्क भी करते हैं, वो बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म कर पाते हैं लेटर ऑन लाइफ। So independence from the family is also play a very important role towards the success of any student. वही parents का spiritual involvement means a good vibes at the home. We can say that हमारा mythology इतनी strong होता है कि उस mythology को अगर हम disciplinedly अपने students में अपने बच्चों में डालें तो वो कहीं ना कहीं आपको stress anxiety से deal करने में, उससे बाहर आने में, आपके failure को overcome करने में बहुत help करती है. So these all are the some points which studies reveal. इन्हीं studies के base पर हम आगे चलते हैं और जो ये contribution जो हम parents का मानते हैं या researchers ने जो पॉइंट्स हमें शो किए हैं कि फैमिली का रोल किस तरह से स्टूडेंट की एकेडमिक करियर में, वो इस तरह से है. Family helps in building one's academic career by extending financial, moral and emotional support. Yes, it prepares you for their roles as independent individual. Very important thing, because जहां हम pampering environment देते हैं वहां बच्चे independently बहुत लेट हो पाते हैं और थोड़ा सा बच्चों को इंडिपेंडेंट बनाने के लिए पेरेंट्स का रोल बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. यंग पीपल जो यंग स्टूडेंट्स हैं they form many of their attitude about their future work and careers as a result of interaction with the family. So जहां पर फैमिली से अच्छा इंटरेक्शन है, पॉजिटिव इंटरेक्शन है, जहां पर एक्सेप्टेंस है, वहां उनका वर्क और करियर आगे फ्यूचर उनके वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस में हेल्प करता है. So that is how family का रोल उनके फ्यूचर वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस को मेंटेन करने में बहुत हेल्पफुल होता है. Supportive home environment enhance child's confidence which enable them to be sociable. जहां पर हम सपोर्ट की बात करते हैं या पेरेंट्स के इन्वॉल्वमेंट में एज ए टॉक की बात करते हैं, डिस्कशन की बात करते हैं, तो वहाँ चाइल्ड का कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट होता है कि आई कैन टॉक इंडिपेंडेंटली, आई कैन टॉक फ्रीली टू माय पेरेंट्स, टू माय friends, to my relatives. So why not? I can talk confidently with the environment in future also, in my office culture, in my career, with any public dealing. So this confidence helps students in developing their adjustment capabilities in different environment, which positively influence students' educational performances. So that's how a family play a very important role towards the academic success or any success in students' life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vandana ma'am. Since we have discussed about the role of teachers, how they can be helpful to all the students, how they can improve the students' academic success, we talk about the parental support and the environment they can provide to their child. Manish sir, we will come to you now. We are discussing about academic success, but with that comes failure and success, and with that comes the competition as well. So what do you think, how students can deal with such a pressure of numerous competitions these days?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. As we know that a little stress can be a good thing, because that becomes eustress, that is positive stress, because that pushes us to accomplish the task. But unnecessary or undue pressure can lead us to a miserable life, because that will put forth some obstacles on the way to succeed in numerous competitive examinations as well. How we can deal with such pressure? We need to keep some strategies in our view before doing preparation for the examinations. The first thing that is set realistic goals. Many times students don't listen their voice, but they tend to complete their parents' wishes. Many times it has been observed that, especially in rural areas, parents impose their dreams on their children. Whatever they did not complete in their academic life, they want their children to accomplish those tasks. So these should not be done. The parents are advised they don't need to impose their dreams, as well as they need to help their children to set realistic goals. This is the moral duty of teachers too. The teachers need to help them to set realistic goals. But this is the prime duty of a student who is doing preparation for the examination. He or she must set a realistic goal. That student does not imitate their fellows what they are doing preparation for. Our students must follow set of certain rules based on interest, curiosity, aptitude, attitude, interest. What that student can do, that students must go in that field. After setting realistic goals, second thing, believe in yourself. All the students are advised, they need to believe their potential. If you are not believing in yourself, who will believe in you then? This question should be asked again and again. If a student who keeps on believing, that belief system would assist the student to be confident. That confidence will help the students to learn things easily, and that improves our memory too. So this very simple belief system would change the life drastically. It can lead to academic success, to crack the examinations for which a student who is perspiring. Third, that is very important, eat, sleep, and exercise well. Many students who devote themselves in preparing for examinations, they forget many times to eat their lunch at time. They skip breakfast. They go on doing work hard. They don't sleep at proper time. They go on working hard till midnight, and they don't exercise. These things gradually destroy all the plans of a student. If you are doing preparation for any competitive exams, so that would be disastrous if you do this practice, ill practice. So what you should do? All the students need to keep in view to eat healthy breakfast and all the diet at time and properly. Have a sound sleep. If you are having a sound sleep, you can be confident and energetic in the morning. So you can focus and concentrate well. Exercise, that reduces stress and strain. That keeps you energetic too. Next, seek help confidently if required. As it has been discussed earlier by Dr. Vandana ma'am, but all students should keep in view, if they are having any trouble at any point, they need to seek help confidently, because asking something to someone is not a crime. If you think that you are committing any crime, that is not a thing. This is a good practice. If you are having any trouble, so you need to ask your peer fellows, your teachers, seniors, and parents, and any expert, whoever is available with you. Positive mindset. All students need to keep positive mindset. That relates to belief system. If you think you cannot do, it is true, you cannot do. If you think in opposite way, you can do, that is also right, you can do it too. So that is the law of attraction that works in life too. So all students need to be optimistic and need to keep a positive mindset for the examinations if they are doing preparation for it seriously. Because many times students jump into the competitions without doing preparations well. So all the students need to ask themselves if they are serious for the preparation of any exams. So they need to keep a schedule and need to be optimistic, need to have a positive outlook for the life too. Next, that is very important. Be kind to yourself. Many times we criticize ourselves so badly. Those things we say ourselves too, which we cannot listen from even from dearest friend or anyone. So self-criticism is the crime. You don't need to criticize. You need to analyze what you need to improve, where you need to work on, what is your strength. You need to analyze. If you think that that is your weak point, or here you need to work on, you need to improve, so you can identify those domains or areas in academic life where you can make your best to improve the things. That is the proper way. But you never need to criticize. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself politely, kindly, as you want from your dearest one. Because in life, we want kindness and politeness from our dearest friends or even from all friends. But we don't become kind to ourselves. That is very important. So from this platform, I can request all my students to be kind to themselves so that you can enhance your self-esteem and self-image. That is very important. Next, declutter your desk. You need to keep your desks clean and organized. If the things are organized, it keeps you motivated and it keeps you energetic. It keeps you systematic. So things can be done systematic and scientifically to achieve the task which you are perspiring. Prioritize your work. That is very important. You need to ask one question simply. Whatever I am doing now, is it relevant or not? This question will solve all the doubts. Just keep a question in your mind. Whatever I am doing right now, is it relevant for this task or not? If you find the answer yes, that means you are on the right track. If you find the answer no, it means you have been deviating. So you need to change the track where you need to reach. If you are not leading the right path, how can you reach on the destination? So with these strategies, we can minimize pressure or stress. This is the natural part of life. Everyone has stress. We cannot eliminate stress and anxiety completely. As I consider, we can only minimize, so we can handle or manage life happily and opulently. So these strategies can be helpful to deal with pressure of competitive exams. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Manish sir, for these great tips for all the students out there who are somewhere dealing with this pressure of this continuous competition these days. Sangeeta ma'am, we will come to you now, and I will request you to kindly explain the concept of time management and academic success, since time is very precious for everyone, especially for students, because this is the phase where they are building their life towards.
Right, Mukta, as our earlier Manish sir also and his thing is prioritization. I will start with this only. Time management, it really plays a very vital role. As we all know, everyone is having 24 hours. So why do some people seem to achieve very high result in that 24 hours? It is just because they are able to manage their time. So time management here refers to the management of the time, available time, and dividing the task and activities according to the availability of time. So it is really a very important factor in achieving academic success as well as life success. Whatever question is in our mind, whatever target we have set, whatever is our ability, but if we are unable to manage the time, we have a say, we all know that time and tide wait for none. So who can master the time, who can manage the time, he is the person who is the winner. So dear students, those who are watching this thing right now, I'll say that time management is the most important part towards your achievement, towards your academic success. For time management, there are many steps which you can take in your preparation time. First one is prioritization. You must know what is important for you. There are n number of things available around you. There are n number of tasks also. First one, you should prioritize your thing. Means eat the most. We know that there is a saying, eat the frog. Eat the frog means whatever is the most important, that must be done at the right time. Because in 24 hours, our own energy level differs time to time. Some people are very energetic in the morning time when they catch up. And अभी जो हमारा working cycle हुआ है 24 hours working cycles, और जो call centers में भी बच्चे काम करते हैं, अभी students जो हैं, they are not only students, they earn also by doing different jobs, part-time jobs. तो अपना आपको, you have to set your own clock. Whenever you feel more energetic, whenever you feel you can put your more effort, that time you should set for your study. So that with least effort, you can get more result. We can say you can set a timer for your things. It is like implementation skill. Most of the time, what happened, we think that we'll do this, but nowadays there are many disturbing elements too, just like this social network, many things. तो हम सोचते हैं चलो थोड़ा सा एनर्जाइज होने के लिए हम ये देख लेते हैं, तो हम लोग टाइम ही नहीं अपने लिए सेट कर पाते हैं, और हमारी स्टडीज जो है, our book is with us, material with us, content with us, but we are not able to keep this monkey mind with us, which can help us in learning. So set a timer for your study. Set a 1 minute timer, because it will tell you that this time is over and you have to study. एक और तरीका भी इसके लिए I would suggest कि आप अपनी study को, अभी तो डिवाइसेस हमारे पास अवेलेबल हैं, वी कैन डेफिनेटली रिकॉर्ड अवर स्टडी. रिकॉर्ड माने यदि आपने आधा घंटा ही फिजिक्स पढ़ने का मन बनाया है, या अकाउंटेंसी, वॉट एवर सब्जेक्ट यू हैव डिसाइडेड, तो उस हाफ एन आवर को प्लीज रिकॉर्ड थ्रू वेबकैम. अब थोड़ा स्ट्रेंज लग रहा होगा, व्हाई आई एम सजेस्टिंग दिस. आई एम सजेस्टिंग दिस सो दैट वी मे कैलकुलेट द टाइम एंड अवर एफिकेसी लेवल. Means we have decided that half an hour we are going to study physics. Through that recording, you can see how many times you have disturbed from your studies. Then you can definitely find out the ways through which you can achieve your success. Second, when you prioritize your thing, you have planned, then scheduling also plays a vital role. You have to make schedule. Scheduling is must, because just because of planning and scheduling, there is minute to minute, or we can say hour to hour program with you, and scheduling most of the time help us to pay our focus or attention on the important thing. Every student has 24 hours, but some completely pass and some completely unable to even revise their things. In fact, in examination hours also, this scheduling plays a vital role. 3 hours or 2.5 hours, whatever time is given to attempt your question paper in the examination hall, if you couldn't schedule that time, that during reading time you prioritize your question number, in which you feel you are very versed, you are very well versed, then you attempt those questions on priority basis, and which are the questions which are not very much मतलब बहुत अच्छे से आपको जो नहीं आ रहे हैं, उन क्वेश्चंस को आप बाद में भी ले जा सकते हो, जो आपको रिकॉल करके करने पड़ेंगे. तो ये शेड्यूलिंग रियली प्लेज अ वेरी वाइटल रोल. एट द सेम टाइम आपको फोकस करना पड़ेगा, कंसंट्रेशन. Focus and concentration is also a very important part of your time management. Most of the time we just think but we do not react, we do not implement. So implementation intention के लिए time management में you have to set your own time clock, you have to decide according to that. And one more thing, आप जो भी prioritize कर रहे हो, scheduling कर रहे हो, you are setting a target for yourself. But target setting में realistic target, as my earlier friends has also told कि target setting आप real target setting करें, अपनी abilities को देखते हुए target setting करें. साथ ही साथ इसमें जो सबसे जरूरी है, जो goal setting है, उसमें आपको you can drive your process. You should be process oriented rather on outcome oriented. Most of the time we decide we will bring 90%, 90% or 100%. Whatever is our target, it is easy to achieve, but result is in other hand. But to get that result, the process is definitely in our hand. When you prepare for any exam, preparation is in your hand completely. So you should be process oriented. I am not saying कि आप target तय ना करें, आप target तय जरूर करें, लेकिन outcome में बहुत सारी चीजें भी depend करती हैं. Sometimes set of question papers are there, question paper 1, 2, 3. Some sets are quite difficult, comparatively difficult, although it is being taken care by all the paper setters. That difficulty level and content level must be the same from the same unit. But many a times some it is difficult कि किसी में hard भी आ जाता है. तो ये सारी चीजें जो हमारे आउटकम को इफेक्ट करती हैं. लेकिन जो प्रोसेस स्टेज है, whenever आप तैयारी करते हैं अपने एग्जाम की, तो that is completely in your hand. Make a fine schedule, then be very, very focused, and with that focused approach, you definitely know what are the time killers. As we practice, there are some questions. We, as a teacher too, we guide our students that all the book questions which we are having that are not coming in the examination. A set number of questions, 30, 25, 27 will come in the examination paper. But in the book, there are n number of questions. Some of them are really time killer. They are just for the enhancement of knowledge. They are not for paper type question. So if you practice, then only you may know what are the time killers and what are the time gainers too. Some units are like that, which have high value and you can learn them very easily. So as a student, whenever your teachers, your professors guides you inside the class कि इस unit में ये important है, और important तो almost for getting academic success, because result आ गया उसके बाद आपको, जैसे Zeba ma'am was saying कि हमको एक successful human being बनना है. Successful human being is the actual goal for academic success. Those who are academically high, it's not that they are satisfied with their profession and they are really giving right to the society also. So I would say, if you definitely want to be happy, if you definitely want to give return to the society from where you have learned a lot, for this, you have to decide whatever you are learning, it is really in your mind, it is helpful for you as well as for your peers too. So main target for time management is just to keep in your mind that we have 24 hours like others. And in these 24 hours, जैसे आज मैं मॉर्निंग में रेडियो सुन रही थी, आई एम वेरी फॉन्ड ऑफ रेडियो. आज मदर टेरेसा जी का जन्मदिन है. तो क्या है कि वो भी, बहुत सारे लोग दुनिया में आते हैं, लेकिन बहुत सारे लोग सबके लिए बहुत कुछ करके जाते हैं. तो मैं आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट और आई वुड सजेस्ट और एडवाइस टू ऑल द स्टूडेंट व्यूअर्स हु आर वाचिंग इट कि आप भी एकेडमिक सक्सेस को इसी चीज से जोड़ें कि वॉट एवर आई विल लर्न इनसाइड द क्लास, I'll definitely implement that in the society, in my own home, in my neighborhood, as well as in my country. So to get success academically, to be happy, to achieve the highest level of success, it is your utmost duty to plan, to prioritize, then implement and achieve the success. All the best for your future endeavors with this right time management skills and your own goal setting skills. I feel every student can definitely achieve whatever he or she dream. And one more thing I would like to add, never dream short, never dream less. because that is in your hand. It is you who can dream, and it is you, if you believe, you can definitely achieve. That's all from my side, Madam Mukta ma'am.
Thank you.
On
Thank you
time
so much,
management.
Sangeeta ma'am, for these great tips on how students can manage their time and how that would be benefiting them in the long run. Thank you so much for these great tips. Zeba ma'am, we will come to you now, and we talk about a lot that how failure is definitely beneficial for you as well, apart from success, that how you should not get demotivated when you get failure. So ma'am, how exactly failure leads towards success? And Zeba ma'am, we are only left by the last 5 minutes into the session. So I would request you to please keep your answer in a very brief manner. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So failure, as we all understand, it is the condition when you don't get your you don't accomplish your target, or you don't get your desired outcome, right? And success is when you are reaching your goal, you're getting desired outcome, right? So failure brings uncomfort, right? Feeling of uncomfortability is there. You feel a setback. But the failures, they can help you succeed through growth and opportunities to try again. So knowing how to accept and appreciate failure can help you see it as a learning opportunity that can lead to future success. We must understand that failure and success, they are the natural part of our life, and acknowledging the feelings which are associated with failures and success, they are important steps in gaining emotional intelligence, and also the ability to recognize the impact they have on our lives, right? So but mostly what happens, we often take failures in a very negative way, but failures often lead to success because they allow you to test and to try whatever does not work and to discover what does. So experiencing failures might be painful initially, but if you though without it, you might miss the many benefits it brings to you. Like Albert Einstein, he said that failure really is it is a success in process. If you had rather not to fail, you will probably never succeed. Now let us see how the failure leads to success. Since we have a very short time, I need to be very concise. So how these failures can lead to success? See, failures allow you to examine what worked and what did not, even more than the success. It can foster your analytical and critical thinking skills, allowing you to innovate, redirect, and try another way to execute something the next time. So you are getting the space to redirect and re-innovate, to innovate, right? So redirection will help you to discover more successful options. What this failures will do, it will allow you to examine what wrong you have done, what you can do. Okay, so you will get a space to redirect and innovate. Then it has been seen that the persons who have experienced hardships, failures, they develop more courage, they develop more determination, and you can say resiliency is developed more in them. So failure doesn't mean you have the end of something. Now you cannot do anything. Usually it is often the beginning. You can start something new, you can start, you can redirect yourself, you can look into your mistakes. So failures, it helps you in earning the opportunity to cultivate courage, to cultivate determination and resiliency. Okay, and failures, it also brings options to try again, okay, repeatedly. So अब हमें हार नहीं माननी है फेलियर से. You have to look into your mistakes, what you have done, and you have to try again. Absolutely. Then these failures also helps in gaining wisdom. You know, you become more wise when you have those mistakes committed. So you become wise, you learn from your mistakes and you progress. So don't take failures negatively. Okay, there are so many famous personalities who have failures in their hardships and failures in their lives, but those failures, they were stepping stones to success for them. Okay, so like for example, you have Bill Gates, you have Albert Einstein. Okay, so Albert Einstein was, you know, Einstein, he was himself, he could not speak fluently until the age of 9, and his rebellious nature led his expulsion from the school, and he was also refused to be admitted to the Zurich Polytechnic. But he was, you know, his failures, they were not hurdles for him, and his earlier setbacks, they did not stop him from winning the Nobel Prize in physics in 1921. Similarly, Abraham Lincoln, he had so many hardships, there were so many rejections, so many failures in his life, but he became the 16th president of the United States in 1861. Similarly, you have Dhirubhai Ambani, Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Definitely, and definitely, Zeba ma'am, and the list goes on. Since we are not left by much of time, we need to wrap up this session here. But definitely, these students can definitely look up to these personalities and take their life journey as their motivation, as their inspiration. That's how
so I must say that failures should be taken as a learning opportunity.
Definitely.
That can lead to future success. Do not stop yourself.
Yes.
Okay? Do not get demotivated by failures.
Yes.
Right. So all the best to all my students there who are listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Zeba ma'am, to you as well for providing such guidance in a detailed manner to all our students that they can be benefited out of them. Again, I would like to thank all our experts, all our panelists who joined with us today for this wonderful, informative session in a detailed manner that could be very, very beneficial to all the students, teachers, and even parents out there. Thank you so much once again to all the experts.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And
thank you very much.
And with this, we end this session here. Again, next Friday, we will be up on our different platform right at 2:30 p.m. with a new topic. Still then, take care, stay connected to PMeVIDYA channel, NCERT official. Namaskar.